Hey guys, what's going on? This is Dr. Chad Coons, clinical sports and performance doctor, and I just ran across a really cool post on Instagram. Her name is Nicole, and it really caught my attention and resonated with me, and that's why we're going to talk about the topic today. It all begins with mindset. So in her post, she talked about how people would come up to her and say, "I could never look like you," or "It's great to have good genetics." And you can hear kind of in that tone, even in the text, that people have completely written off the idea that they could ever make steps like she has in her health and fitness and looked and aspired to be a certain way. Now in the therapeutic world where people are in pain, I feel like it's even more exacerbated because people have pain. They have this cloud hanging over their head. They don't even feel like who they are, let alone who they want to be. And it feels like they're really climbing out of a big hole in order to become who they want to be. And that's really what pain does to us. But for those of people that have even reached a state where they're not necessarily in pain, they're just saying, "I can never be like you, it must be great to have good genetics," we need a big TV timeout. All right, that's exactly why we're kind of talking through this today. When you just bail out like that and say, "Well, it must be great to have genetics," you're taking a route that's external. You're not allowing yourself to be intrinsically motivated, and you're writing yourself off. Now granted, we all have slightly different DNA composition. I'll never be 6'6", all right? I'm about 5'10", I'd like to say 5'11". I'll never be 6'6". That's what genetics can change. But in terms of body composition, right? And I understand there's some wiggle room with hormones, what have you, but at the end of the day, isn't it better to have a mindset full of hope, knowing that, you know what, I'm going to do everything I can to look like her, and I'm not going to just bail out and say, "Must be nice." Well, if you really want to get serious about it, and it starts with mindset, I can almost guarantee you can find a route. Maybe it starts with nutrition for you. Maybe you start by just writing out what you're eating and you're being more aware of that. Maybe it's your ability to work out. Maybe your barrier is you're not sure how to work out. You're not comfortable. You're not confident in a gym. Maybe your barrier is you're just nervous. You're nervous that you don't want to hurt yourself. Or maybe you've rehabbed and you feel okay right now, but you don't want to go backwards, right? There's a billion different reasons that could be holding you up. And let's be honest, it takes a lot more energy and focus and time for you to simply write out those barriers and have a plan of attack. Or you could just go, "It must be nice to have genetics, I will never look like you," right? It's the easier way out. Humans tend to be really lazy. It's just built within our system. We're energy efficient. Often doing like the good form and working out, it's hard. I see it every day when I'm working with my clients. If I put them in the right position, I challenge them, they go, "Holy cow, that's freaking hard. But I guess that's what I need to do, right?" And I go, "Absolutely. Your body's been compensating for a long time because it's taken the easy way out." So I think, humans are just quite lazy in general. So you really do have to fight it and you have to put forth energy. But take some ownership. Take some ownership in your health, and if nothing else, just admit it to someone. Just saying, "You know what? I want to say that I could never be like you, but the reality is I just don't know where to start." I would love to have that conversation with someone that opens up something like that and just says, "Well, to be honest, Dr. Coons, I'm just not where to start to end up looking like you. Like, what do I need to do?" Now, that also takes open-mindedness. Open-mindedness really, I've discovered, is a really precious quality that it's harder and harder to find. I think I've seen less and less confidence in people, and I think social media has something to do with that. So obtaining confidence again through open-mindedness and being willing to learn and to be taught and to grow. Those are the type of qualities it may take in order to look like the person that you want to be. I ask my clients all the time, if you had a Hollywood star or actor that you wanted to look like, who would it be? And let's start going after that. And guess what? It does take time. I'm not offering this in 30 days or 5 months or 6 months. You bet your ass it's going to take a really long time to look the way you want to, especially if you're starting really far away from it. So to be honest, guys, I wanted to hop on and talk about just the power of mindset. Nicole, thank you so much for kind of getting this started. I really wanted to piggyback off this because, this is something we could probably create a whole podcast series on, to be honest with you. But I did just want to just touch on it today. I hope that helps, guys, and just use this moment to reflect as the power of your own mindset and what things are you just continuing to neglect about and not think about because you've stopped it already in between the years. Have a great day, guys.